Hello and welcome back to the Reign of Jafar set champs here at House Rules Gaming. We are heading into round 5, our last round for Swiss. So players are playing for their winning names for top 8s and all that kind of stuff. We have two players here. We have Will, who's here at the Tinkerbell, and Taylor, who's on the Honey Wizard playmat right now. Can you tell us a little bit about what we are going to see for these players? I think we're good to move to.
Yeah, so we have William is going to be playing the green steel or emerald steel here, and then we have Taylor who is going to be playing a blurple deck, our amethyst sapphire. This is going to be a fun matchup here, and it's going to be great. I love it. These are going to be some fun matches. We have, of course, William is actually a great player. We've been seeing him
Yeah,
at our
he's great.
locals. He's been winning set champs, and he's just a kid. He's been doing a fantastic
Yeah.
job of playing the game and doing a lovely job of just doing really, really great here. And
Yeah,
it's been so good.
he's pretty good. I think we're having a little bit of trouble getting to the gameplay camera, but we'll get there. There
Cool.
it is. Just take it a
Yeah,
little
it took
bit.
took a little bit of time.
Okay, 5 rounds. Computers are working hard. Um, so we got Blurple, you said, and we got
Blurple and Emerald Steel
Emerald
is the
Steel.
other one.
Thank you. Yeah. These two decks, I think we've seen a lot of times. I think Will's pretty notorious for playing Emerald Steel. It's not the first time he's played it. But a lot of times I end up seeing him play it. He's playing like stuff with Prince Philip and Chief Bogo that does a lot of pinging and like trying to take things out that way. Instead of the traditional like discard kind of stuff. So I'm interested to see like what he brings to the table here.
Yeah, no, this is gonna be an interesting. It looks like we're playing with some like Fred action in here and doing some like other damage. It
Yeah.
looks like we even got this Mickey. We
Yeah.
have some Mickeys in here that we're gonna be seeing. A lot of shift targets is what it looks like. We have this Jeff Bongo, or Chief Bongo, who is going to be doing some stuff when you get shifting characters out. All
Yeah,
your
when you play the
Floodborne
Floodborns,
characters
yep.
are going to be great.
And then playing on the other side is Blurple. Pretty standard stuff. Playing like the Hades into the unknowns, looking to ramp pretty hard into the big hitters that they have in this. Right now we're just seeing Blurple do Blurple things with the popsicle and the bell, getting Tipo down to ramp, and Will over here with his lowly Robin Hood.
Yeah, it's a little Robin Hood, maybe a little alone at the moment, but I don't think it's going to stick around. It's not going to be
No.
alone for too long, we'll say. And we continue going through here, and we see our one of the cards that we've seen from set 1, Elsa, Spirit of Winter here in Taylor's hand. This is a fun card that we've seen from set 1. It's been played quite a bit. Kind of took a little bit of a backseat for a little while. Some people were teching it in here or there, but now we get to actually see this card being played in more decks recently.
Yeah.
And it's been pretty good when it does get played.
Especially in Blurple decks where like they're already getting to 90 million ink. So they're okay, especially because they have the shift target in Amethyst. They're like okay playing this Elsa, just being able to exert two things, keep them exerted for a while, and also just quest for 3, trying to close out a game. And she does have the shift target too. So she's probably going to go like Elsa into Elsa for 2 turns, and that'll be very, very strong for her.
Yeah, no, that shifting into is going to be great. And this other card we haven't seen this before is this genie, the dragon genie, which is kind of interesting. It pretty much just gains evasive during the turn, but it is a 3/4, so having that 3 strength is definitely really good. And being a 4 willpower character can definitely survive quite a bit of hits. And it can trade decently. It trades into this fox really well, and also can trade into this bell, which is good.
Yeah, notably too, it makes Taylor probably a little hesitant. She can play this Elsa, um, but if she tries to challenge with it, she's gonna lose it to this genie as well, which can be a little scary. So she might have to exert the Robin Hood with this Elsa and either challenge it with the bell or try to take care of this genie early with her fox.
Yeah, that might be the case. We'll have to do now. It only gains evasive during the player's turn, so it doesn't have to worry about anything during the opponent's turn of being evasive, so which is good. But it can take out some of those evasive characters on the opponent's turn.
Looks like she's gonna hold Belle back for a little bit. Probably wants to be able to sing Friends on the other side or even Into the Unknown. I know she's playing Into the Unknown in this deck. Basically let it go on exerted characters. So you choose an opponent character and put it to the inkwell if it's exerted. Pretty strong. She wants to just keep it back to just, hey, this is a threat that I always kind of have. And we see this Chief Bogo, the pretty much star of Will's deck here. That wants to like put damage on everything and then try to like play the Prince Philip or something, and goes and takes out this fox with the let the storm rage on.
Yeah, and we're seeing this bongo coming down, and I like this bongo. It's great. It's going to be really good here, seeing a bunch of these Floodborn characters being played, and it could be a fun one. It's going to be able to deal some damage to all these characters that Taylor has, and if we can keep playing all these Floodborn characters, it could actually take some damage down. It could put these characters at a good range to either knock them out completely, and banish them, or just kind of put some damage on them and chip them away.
Yeah, he's like always looking to take efficient trades with like by pinging them all. Um, and even if he gets to get the big thing and just go, hey, I have this Prince Philip now that banishes everything with damage on it. Um, Again, it's one of those things that like Greensteel again doesn't have a ton of ways to deal with evasive characters. But because he's playing Chief Bogo, um, he can just put damage down, start like chipping away at them. He doesn't actually have to like directly interact with them, just kind of off to the side. Hey, every turn I'm gonna be playing these Floodborns and hopefully dealing damage. And we did see earlier, Will did ink a Return of Hercules. And I think he wants to like try to Return of Hercules, the like giant Mickey or the Prince Philip or something huge to like blow out his opponent, kind of.
Yeah, no, that's definitely what I can see what this Hercules is trying to do, because we do get two different versions of Mickey, because we do have this two cost Mickey that is the inspirational warrior. When it does get to knock out a character, you get to play another character for free, which is great. And then you have this big Mickey, which is this brand new Mickey that came out in this new set here. Mickey Mouse, the giant mouse. He's bodyguard, which is really big, protecting protecting this Bogo, protecting a lot of your other characters, which is really nice, and being a 10/10. Imagine that 10/10. Now, what's even better is it can quest for 5.
Yeah.
Where was Takar? Takar only quested for 3 earlier, and
Hey,
we got
listen,
this Mickey who quests for
This is
5.
this is from set 8. Where's Takeoff from? Like set 6?
Oh, not that far. Not that far behind. It's not that far from behind.
The
Okay?
power creep
Okay?
is real, huh?
All right, sure. But it'd be great to see some of this. It'd be fun.
We do see Taylor here really like we've got Hades, we've got Elsa, like she's really just starting to get her big things down, and Will has not quite gotten the opportunity to put his down. Hades is getting rid of the tragic beast that Will really wanted to keep drawing a bunch of cards. Um, but he does get everybody's favorite bird down, Diablo, devoted herald.
Hey, Diablo, one of the best cards.
I really like this card. It's one of my personal favorites. I know some people don't like it so much, but I do quite like him quite a bit, especially for this deck that like Will's playing, where like it's just a bird, man. Like he's just gonna quest with it, and then if his opponent ever deals with it, okay. If not, okay. It's gonna draw me a bunch of cards. Like I hope you're okay with that.
I mean,
Like pretty strong stuff.
yeah, no, I mean Diablo. People have a love-hate relationship with Diablo. It's such a great card. It draws you a bunch of cards, but sometimes it's hard to deal with. And some decks, it is easy to deal with, and it does nothing. It may stick around for a turn, maybe if that, and gets a draw on one card, but most of the time it won't with those type of decks. So It's a great card. It's a fun card. And we, of course, seeing them coming down and just dealing a bunch of damage, and Hades has to challenge into this BOGO to knock it out and banish it, and 'cause that thing can be getting really scary very soon if we see any more Floodborne characters being played.
We do have this accomplished mistake. She does get to immediately get rid of this Diablo. That's super good here for her. She does not want to deal with this Diablo too much. But I do believe she has no cards in her hand. Which is kind of funny for Blurple. I feel like that deck always has cards in his hand. Um, it's kind of weird to see Blurple with no cards in his hand. And Will being able to here to take out Hades here, which is especially good for Will. Except she draws another one, so that's pretty solid on her. I think she can clear most of this board without having to lose too much of hers, which is nice. I think she can. I don't know if she wants to attack this Fred, like challenge this Fred directly. She might even use the Hades to get rid of it, and she's not so worried about this morph. But she just might take the morph because it's ready and she has access to attacking one.
Yeah, no, that morph can be very scary. Being able to just having a free shift target for anything
Yeah,
is can be very scary, especially in this type of matchup. Having the BOGOs and having these cards that interact with the Floodborne characters. But instead we don't talk about Bruno. And if that's right, yeah, we don't talk about Bruno. Yeah. So we see it, getting rid of it, not not messing around with it too long, and then taking out the spell.
yeah.
So now nobody has any characters or cards in their hand at this point.
We are fully in top deck city here for both players. We're really just kind of draw play for a couple turns, and unfortunately, Will's got the better of top deck mode here. Though we do see a sail, so it does let her draw a bunch of cards. And then okay, and we have Iago.
Yeah,
Now the one bad thing about Iago is she is playing against Steel. Um, and so she could have the opportunity to just or Will could just have the opportunity to go, hey Storm, take out Iago. But I think just having anything on the board is better than nothing at this point, for her. So
yeah, no, this is that Iago is it can be a blessing and a curse just with that vanish ability. But right now we just see the two Robin Hoods on the field, so nothing too much. And getting that top deck is really about the only answer as of right now that
and
we're gonna see.
notably, she's at 13, which I didn't realize earlier when she quested with the bell. I actually think she just has the ability with these evasive characters to just quest. She doesn't have to. Not going to quest with Bell, not quite yet. I think she just plays Peter Pan, quests with Iago, and calls it a day. And just she's. I mean, she could. She decides to take out Robin Hood, and I don't hate this play only because Iago survives. And she gets to keep Bell, so she's kind of doing the same thing where like she's questing for 2 this turn, not letting Will get too much advantage off of this Diablo or the Diablo Robin Hood, dropping 2 Ursulas to hopefully just exert a little bit more pressure on.
I mean, that's a great hand that Taylor has there of no cards that
Yeah,
Ursula was able to look at twice, mind you, twice that he looked at that empty hand.
yeah.
It's just a fun little interaction of not seeing anything. Now she did get to draw her card for turn. Don't know quite what it is yet, but it could do. I mean, she's thinking really hard about it on if she's going to play this card or how she wants to play this card. But it is going to be a fun card to play around with. I can tell you that. Whatever it is.
I'm thinking, oh, it's I think she's
Oh,
deciding what she needs. Yeah,
yeah.
I think so. He doesn't have any shift targets for Ursula, I don't think. So I think I would be more scared of the Robin Hood. But she does have the opportunity to already take out the Robin Hood if she really wants to. So I think that's what she's going to try and do here is take out 2 things. Yeah, and then take out the Ursula. So he's left with 1. Just trying to keep Will without like she doesn't want him to just explode and like go wild somehow. So she's gonna take her time. Blurple's very good at just like, hey, every turn I'm gonna keep dealing with your stuff, and even if I know she's relatively safe, she never wants to fully let go of the gas pedal here.
Yeah, no, we get to see this Diablo, our good friend, Diablo coming down, being evasive, and drawing cards as long as it's exerted. But I don't know if that's going to happen a whole lot because, I mean, we see Taylor here going to 19, questing with all of her characters left,
Yep.
and pretty much putting it at the game. And they know it's the end of the game. Let's go on ahead
Yeah.
and go to game 2 because that's where we're at right now.
Unfortunately, I think Blurple is one of those decks that if both decks are going to top deck mode, Blurple tends to do a little bit better, especially because I don't know if she's on it. Um, you have cards like Finders Keepers and Friends on the other side. She's actually does not happen to be on Finders Keepers, but she's on Friends. The deck just even if she's not finding her draw cards, she's top decking like Hades or Iago's or Big Ursula that she's playing, or even the Accomplished Mystics, or like Genies. These cards are just infinitely better than what a lot of people are playing on their own, and they don't even have to get a ton of value because they're just questing for a bunch. Um, Whereas Will's deck seems to be a little more like, oh, I'm playing Morph or Ursula or it's Mickey Mouse Inspirational Warrior that without anything on the board for him to like challenge, it doesn't really do a whole lot. Um, so he has to like hope that he can kind of keep things under control until he never wants to let Taylor up from his thumb. He always wants to keep her right there. I'm like, hey, I always dealing with your stuff. I can't ever really let up because if I do, I'm gonna start slipping out from this game.
Yeah, no, definitely. And as we're seeing these altars, we see Will got a Mickey. He got our big Mickey in his hand. I don't know if he's got the little one, but he does have the big Mickey. I'm
Okay.
pretty sure. If not, it might have been the little Mickey. And I'm just
I
getting
thought
part
I saw
confused.
2 Inspirational Warrior
It
Mickeys.
might
I'm
have been
not
the
sure.
inspirational warrior Mickeys. It might have been that one. It might not have been our giant Mickey. But might have been the
It's
warriors.
the other thing that it's the only problem with Will's deck sometimes is that like um you see the giant Mickey, but it's not realistic to be able to actually play it for 10 ink a lot of the times. So you have to find Inspirational Warrior or Return of Hercules, and if you don't, the card is typically just dead. Unfortunately, like it just doesn't do nearly enough. Um, it
Yeah.
just doesn't end up doing nearly enough, and uh, you're like, oh, am I really going to include this 10 ink card that's also uninkable in a deck where I need to have Return of Hercules and or something else to get it out, like to cheat it out? Will's answer is yes, obviously, but that's something you always have to kind of ask yourself when deck building is like, can I reasonably expect to play this card?
Mm-hmm. Definitely. And we see the inspirational Mickey coming down here. So this could be some options of knocking out something and being able to play some things for free.
I think he's got
And
a Prince Philip in his hand. I think he has the 9-drop Prince Philip in his hand. I can't
ooh,
remember. The only problem with that is like it's not super impactful, but it is a 6/6 that quests for 3 that is evasive on turn like 3, so no matter what, it's pretty impressive. Like it's pretty good to have on turn 3 or 4 whenever he does decide to get it down.
I mean, the nice thing is it works really well with the BOGO, because whenever you
Oh
get to
yeah.
play this Philip, it gets to banish all of your opposing characters that have damage on it. So if you get to have this BOGO out, wow, this Prince Phillips is pretty much going to be knocking out everything.
Yeah.
Going to banish all those characters.
Yeah, it's just in this one instance right now, he obviously doesn't have Bogo and there's not much of a board state to try and blow up, but Prince Philip has evasive. So like getting a 6/6 that quests for 3 on turn 3 seems pretty good, especially against your Blurple opponent.
I mean, these evasives might not matter too much because he does have like the Hades that gets to put it down into the inkwell, so it might not be able to stick around for long anyway by that time.
Yeah, maybe, but I mean, yeah, he's got to go for it. Like,
Oh, not to jump in here, but looks like he's actually going to get to cheat something out.
yeah, I think so.
He left that bell exposed.
The only issue that Will's gonna have here is that Taylor does have a Into the Unknown in her hand, so whatever does come out, whatever he does cheat out, probably doesn't stick around for very long, unfortunately. But I think, oh, okay, gets a Tinkerbell down. Not the worst thing in the world. I think, again, it's one of those things that like starts letting him take control of the board if she ever gets anything down. And we know she's playing Manners too. Tinkerbell's like okay with dealing with locations. And at least she has enough willpower or enough strength to like start dealing with them. Um, I don't hate getting down. I don't know exactly what Will had in his hand. I thought I saw Prince Philip, but I could have been wrong.
I know there's he has a storm in his hand. I just don't know what that other card is. I know
Yeah.
storm, and then I guess the giant tink and whatever else he has. Um, but it might have been like the best option he could have chose from, which
This
is
is pretty.
fine.
Yeah, this is pretty good for Will though. Blurple has no board state right now. He has this Diablo, which means that it's probably going to draw him a card. And even if they want to next turn, even if Taylor wants to Into the Unknown it, it's pretty bad tempo for them. So they have to really like probably let this Diablo sit around for a turn or two, which will let Will get like accrue some amount of card advantage to keep him in the game.
Yeah, no, definitely. I mean, we've got these two characters, and both these characters are really good on the field here. They can either answer other characters by putting damage on them and challenging them, or just being able to draw a bunch of cards and be very, very hard to deal with. But we do get to see this Yago coming down now with this evasive and vanish. And of course, we have Storm in our hand, and that can just take out that Yago pretty easily and not really have to worry about it.
Yeah, I think he's gonna sing it with this Diablo. Get rid of it. Not have to deal with it too much anymore. Unfortunately, like I said, this Into the Unknown, so he might not keep his Diablo around for long, but she might decide to target the Tinkerbell. All of these things are threatening. Like, he has a lot to deal with and not a ton of. I mean, she has a decent amount of answers. She just has to get there. Getting there's always the issue. Got an Elsa off to the left, so she could do Elsa. Or what she planned. She's got Elsa, can exert Chief Bogo, but can't take anything out except for Diablo. I'll just see what does decide to take out Diablo. Very, very good for her. She needs to deal with this Diablo before it draws him too many cards. The rest of the sports state she can deal with as it happens.
Yeah.
I think she's got decent. Like she's got Into the Unknown and she's got Hades, so she has ways to answer these cards that are coming down. And like the problematic ones. Like if I'm her, I'm probably want to getting this Chief Bogo because I know like that's kind of what his deck's doing. I don't want to have to my stuff to keep getting pinged by Chief Bogo, but we'll have to see.
Yeah, that Bogo can definitely be scary. I mean, it's just going to do what it's going to do best. It's just put a lot of damage all across the board and get characters into either knockout range or even worse, just knocking out characters completely. And we have some ways to get some damage. Lucky enough, we do get to have these bells in our hand that can move those damage over and put some of the damage either on like the Bogo or even on this giant Tink. So any of that damage that does get to be played from Bogo, we just
I
play spell and be fine.
Yeah, I think that's what she probably should do this turn. Is she can challenge the Chief Bogo with Elsa and then move the damage over with this Accomplished Mystic. Um, that way she can get rid of it and gets a 4/4. She can do it early too. It just means that this also have one extra damage marked on it. Not too big of a deal if she gets to get rid of it. Oh, and she gets to okay. So she prefers to sing with this. I don't hate this either. She gets to the damage mark down. She can take it out next turn. Not too big of a deal. It gets to get rid of big Tinkerbell there, the giant Tinkerbell, who will start to aggress the rest of her board for ever and ever. Notably, she has another one in her
Yeah.
hand.
Grab your swords definitely helped out in this situation because now we get to take that 2 damage and move it over to this Bogo, and Belle gets to do everything it needs to do and just get closer to winning this game here and clearing the board.
Yeah, I think she's gonna. If I had to guess, she probably plays the other one to get rid of Bogo, but could get rid of Genie. This Genie is gonna threaten her own Genies a little bit, so I'll decide what she ends up doing here.
I mean, she can move the damage, knock it
Yep.
out, and have this Belle challenge into the
Yeah, we
Genie
could do
and
that
just
too.
really knock it out. But
I
instead
don't
we
hate
chose to
questing
quest.
and just letting him do it because
Yeah.
you want to start getting lore on the board. And she also has this. She has a Hades in her hand still too, and I think she's like nearly at the ink to do it. Um, and she can Hades this Robin Hood, and I don't hate leaving this genie alone, not actually interacting with it, questing with these bells a bunch, and just Hades the Robin Hood, get it off the table. Unfortunately, it means that she has to ink her popsicle, I think.
Yeah, it looks like that's what she has to ink for the turn to even get to play this Hades, and which does lose that card draw, but it might be better off because, I mean, Will only has this one card in his hand, and then the Robin Hood, which is on the field here, and that's really all the cards he really has in the Genie, but the Genie doesn't really not going to do much. But now we get to see a Genie on Taylor's side here, which is our Wishful Genie, which is great.
Yeah, I mean, Genie is just an incredible card, and uh, right now the board state is just so much like Genie, Elsa, or Belle having 4 willpower, and this Genie only having 3 strength, and so does Robin Hood. She's actually not under that much pressure to like get rid of it all, like, or she can quest and then not have to worry. Like, she can take out one thing, and it's not that big of a deal.
Yeah.
We'll have to see what if she could just also take out this Genie. I don't know if I would. I think I would just let him do it. She just decides to take it easy for a turn. Not the worst thing in the world. She'll hopefully have the Hades for next turn. She also has an Elsa in her hand. And I like that. This is also a decent target for that Hades.
Yeah, no, hitting this beast is probably going to be a really good option to limit that card draw that Will's going to have here and just make it better. Take care of it.
He's the Elsa. This is pretty good. We can exert the beast and get some damage on it. And hopefully take it out with something. We still have the popsicle to heal stuff too, so we can try to keep things in range. Well, if she really wants.
And we also see we have our Elsa in our hand as well. So we can take both his characters, or 2 of his characters, and really exert them and freeze them for a whole turn.
Yeah.
And can't do anything with those if they're frozen.
Play the Hades. Gets rid of Beast. I agree. Beast is too annoying to deal with. Get it off the table and just about dealing with other things. I think she can exert the 2, like you said, with Elsa, and I think that lets her steal the lead a little bit next turn. Getting another beast down. Hopefully, I think she's gonna try and exert two things and keep them frozen for a turn, and then start to take the lead.
Yeah, it looks like that's the direction. But we get to see another Elsa now. So we have 5th Spirit, and we get to have our big Elsa, Spirit of Winter, coming out at some point here. We get to see one of the 5th Spirits inked, and we have 8 ink now. Potentially get to play this Elsa. Big old Elsa coming down to exert these characters.
I think it'll come down and it'll turn Robin Hood and Beast into popsicles. Freeze them.
Yeah, freeze them.
Freeze frozen Beast and frozen Robin Hood. Hope you're hungry.
Yeah, apparently. And we just take them out, or we're going to quest.
I think we're just questing.
Questing out.
I think she wants to try and take.
Go to 8, yeah.
Take the lead here and force him to deal with her board state.
Cool. Yep.
Because now she has a game next turn. She got game next turn, so if he doesn't find an answer right now, then he might be out. He might be over.
Yeah, I mean, we got this Elsa too that gets a quest for 3, so he does have that option. Even if one character was taken out, he gets to play this Elsa and quest for 3 as well. So it's going to put him right at the game. He has to answer pretty much 2 characters on this field, and there's not really a way to do that.
Yeah. That'll be the game here.
Yeah.
Yep.
That is it. Wow.
It's a good showing from both players here. I do like Will's deck quite a bit. He's been playing it for quite a while here. I believe that was 2-0, correct?
Yeah, I believe it was 2-0. Yeah, it
Game
was
went by so
2-0.
fast. I couldn't remember.
Yeah, the games went by pretty quickly on that one, but it was definitely a really good games from
Oh,
both of
yeah,
them,
for
though. It
sure.
was, even though they were quick, they were definitely fun. And seeing some of these cards coming out, Bogo doing its thing, being able to put some damage down, and just trying to take care of those board characters. We got to see Mickey, just not the big Mickey, but we got to see
Yeah.
a Mickey.
Yeah, we did see
That's
Mickey.
works. That's
He
fine.
got to cheat something in, which was exciting. Like that's always nice when you actually get to cheat something in with it because it doesn't always happen. But I think Taylor did a really good job of showing like what Blurple can do, and they weren't running Finders Keepers. We don't have like she's not playing Finders Keepers. She's not playing any of the stuff that like I typically tend to see when I see Blurple lists, which is pretty like she's kind of showing, hey, you don't have to play all of the draw cards. You just need to play like the good ones or whatever, and stick your deck with just a bunch of big threats. And the Elsa, I mean, Elsa basically just winning the game on the spot there. Like, hey, I'll freeze these two things. They can't unexert, and that just means you have no strength to actually deal with my stuff on the board. I think she was very patient and very like on top of the game there. Was impressive.
Yeah, no, that Elsa came down at the right time, at the right spot, just to take care of all those characters, making it so one, her character couldn't be challenged, like you said. Just it protects all of those characters, not doing anything, can't quest them, can't challenge them, freezes them, and it's done.
Yeah.
And you just get to go on and basically clear off that your next turn is pretty much free to quest,
Yeah.
which is great.